So let's get into the talk. Let's get into the chat. This week was excellent. This was an awesome week. And yes, you know why I'm saying that. Now, mind you, I didn't trade at all this week. I didn't take not one trade per our rules, right? Didn't get into the market at all, and loving it. One thing too, I'll say about, you know, whenever we're doing our job, when you're doing your job and you're not getting into the market, you gotta understand like what's happening with your capital. Your capital is being preserved. Let me make sure this internet is acting right. Hold on. You don't know how I feel about the internet. I don't know why that camera looked blurry to me just now. Wait, hold on. Alright, there it is. Yeah, my OCD is at an all-time high. I could see the blur from the lens just now. But anyway. Benito said every week is awesome. Excuse me. Dang. Not the time to run low on battery. Oh man, your battery about to die. You know that happened to me one time. That happened this week to me actually. I was on Instagram live. What it is too, when you go live, it drains the hell out your battery. Like you got to be at full charge if you're gonna be doing live stuff on your phone. I made sure I charged up before I came in here. But yeah, so what was I about to say? What the heck was I about to say? Oh, not trading. Yeah, so as you improve and you get better at what we do, you know, you start to appreciate the value of preserving your capital. It's like, you know, being in training with us is training you to become professional when it comes to dealing with the market, trading, and making money, right? Like literally, that's what you're doing. That's what you're training for, to trade at the professional level. Now, you got to think about what professionals actually do, whether it be professional athletes, you know, professionals in the medical field. When you are a professional at what you do, you are not emotional, right? Think about that. Like, what if somebody doing a surgery got emotional during the surgery? You know, they had an emotional reaction of some type while they have somebody on the table and they doing surgery on them. That's the problem. So you don't have time to be emotional when you are a professional, period. And you have to understand that applies to what we're doing as well, because the bottom line is that when you develop all of the necessary behaviors that's going to lead to you being a professional, meaning that your execution is not emotional at all. Just like this week, for example. Now, we were in the market this week. We took no trades, and we don't feel no kind of way about that. As a matter of fact, I feel great about that, because you have to understand that we know why we did not trade. You see the point that I'm making? It's different if you don't know what you're doing. If you know the reason behind why you're not putting your capital at risk, it now becomes a very empowering situation. It's not, you know, a situation where it's like you're worried about losing. Oh man, I hope I don't, you know, take any losses this week. We're not even thinking in those terms at all. It's like we have two options. Our option is either to win and make money, or to not lose any money. Professional. It's unemotional. And I'm just breaking down the psychology of it, because what it's going to take in order for you to get to that point. Yeah, Michael, I see you. What's happening, man? Michael's over in one of the other chats. I forgot I had that one over there. I see Matthew too. What's up, Matthew? I see David. All right. I see y'all. I gotta remember to check in because I got like four different chat windows open. But yeah, so you know, being a professional really means not being emotional with your execution and with what it is that you're actually doing. Jay Carly said, don't forget the mirror and the fake lashes. Thanks for reminding me. She's talking about something that we was talking about earlier on Instagram Live. We got into a very, very powerful dialogue about how the market is a mirror. And when you look in the mirror, you're seeing yourself. But if you have a false impression of yourself, and what she did was she said, well, you can look in the mirror and you can see yourself, but you can look in the mirror and you can also see, you know, fake eyelashes, you know, fake this, fake that. So in other words, it's like the whole idea of fake it till you make it is not real. That's not a good thing. You don't want to fake it until you make it. You want to just make it, period. You got to work until you make it. Ain't no faking it. And this is what happens with a lot of people when they get the wrong impression of what something is or what it should be. You see? And that's why I like the way that we moving, because everything gets debunked. You see what I'm saying? People come into this environment that we're in, right? And when I say this environment, you know what I'm talking about. TeamAlliance, you know, what it is that we do every day in the market, and just our community and our group. People on the outside looking in, they have a perception of what the market is. Like when you say to them, oh yeah, well, we trade the financial markets. First of all, they're looking at you like, what? You trade the stock market? No, it's not the stock market. Oh, you trade in this market? No, it's not that market. And it's like, so you're trying to communicate what it is that you're doing specifically, but they don't even understand things on the surface of what you do, because they don't even understand the concept of trading the markets. They like, what does that mean? You understand? So by the time you actually get an opportunity to break it down to them and they realize what it is that you're doing, now it becomes a situation where they have to make a decision as to whether or not they believe that they can do it. You see what I'm saying? And this is why the market is a mirror, because a lot of people will come into training, a lot of people will come into the industry of trading and the financial markets, but they don't have self-awareness. Like, they have zero self-awareness. They don't know how they are yet. They don't know. You hearing it, right, Adam? I had mentioned that. It sounds terrible. That's the only thing. Other than that, this location is awesome. Other than that door sounds like, I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody old broken rocking chair. But anyway, we're gonna ignore it. Ooh, they playing Nancy Wilson. But hold up, I'm getting in my zone. Hold up. They're playing Nancy. Nancy about to take me up a notch. Oh, there go the door. Oh no, good. I'm feeling that. Jay Carly said, you don't want to lie to yourself in the mirror. See the real deal. Jamie said that the mirror always tells the truth. Uh-oh. See now, and this is what I'm talking about as far as self-awareness. So again, when someone comes into the environment that we're in, as soon as they come around us, they get an idea of what it is, but they don't know yet. If that makes sense. You don't know until you know. And until you know, you just have a perception based on whatever you're thinking and whatever your own mindset is. So it really just boils down to believing that you can actually do it yourself. And this is why I get into conversations about, like, you know, the videos and stuff that I make and the way that I trade and stuff like that. Because people are on the outside looking at that. They're looking at, you know, my videos and my content, and they're trying to make an assessment based on what they see me doing, right? So that's why I do such a variety of different types of things, because I do want to demonstrate that, one, it takes skill. Two, not only does it take skill, but it takes a very structured and focused level of skill in order to do what you see me personally doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I do so many different things, such a variety, such a mix. And by the time they have conversations with me personally, you know, they either text me or message me or whatever, and then I start to explain, well, I've been doing this for 26 years. So for you to ask me, you know, Mark, how long is it going to take me to get your skill level? I don't have the answer to that. I can't tell you that. But at the same time, I do know that because of the training, the direction, and the guidance that's here in this environment, you put yourself immediately in the best position that you possibly could just being here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're exposed constantly in the right environment that you need to be in order to be successful with what we do, period. So all of the questions that people have get answered every week. Stuff that people ask me all the time. Mark, I always see you going on live. You always on Facebook Live all the time. Why you always on the live? I'm like, well, did you get on the live? Yeah, I got on the live. So, all right, so what did you hear me talking about? He's like, you was actually talking about some good stuff. All right, so you just answered your own question. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so funny because that's why I kind of leave people alone. I don't bother people. Even in training. Even when you get in training, I still don't bother you. I leave you alone because you have to grow and you have to develop at your own pace. In spite of the fact that you're around, you know, a bunch of winners, because everybody that comes into our environment, you have to be a winner to be attracted to what we're doing. Period. Like there's no question about it. You got to have a winning mindset, because either that or you are a hater. It's like this. It's very cut and dry and very simple. It's very simple. People either gonna hate on us or they're gonna watch. And when I say watch, people be watching for mad long, like a year and a half, like that long. They'll watch and they'll watch and they'll watch. They'll keep seeing videos and videos and content. They might talk to somebody here and there. They'll ask questions. They go to the page. They look and see the reviews. It's such an overwhelming amount of constant proof and evidence that what we're doing is working, and that's it. And not only is it working, but you know that it has to be something that is much more powerful than what you perceive it to be in the first place. And for some people, it be killing them, and they can't take it no more. So they have to give in. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You'd be surprised, like, what people be asking and what they be saying. It's crazy. Matthew said, be what you are to become what you truly wish to be. That's deep right there. That's deep. See, we touching on the self-awareness again right now. The whole idea of not faking it till you make it, because there ain't no such thing as that. Jamie said it's hard for some to look at themselves. Wow. Think about that. He said it's hard for some people to look at themselves. That's crazy, because you know that has to do with self-esteem, or the lack of it, I should say. When someone is not confident, in general, it begins with themselves. So if you're not confident in yourself and okay with yourself, like if you don't accept yourself, how can you be confident with anything that you're supposed to execute and do? It's impossible. So the self-awareness always comes first. And this is why people have such a difficult time. Like I can't even tell you the number of people that I talk to. They come around us. They're around us for a while, and because they can't navigate dealing with themselves, they'll get discouraged and then they'll leave the environment. It's like they'll leave the nest. And it's like it doesn't make any sense. But I understand why. I do understand why. And I also understand that they can't remain in that frame of mind also. So this is like a question that comes up all the time. Well, Mark, I always see people come back. Yeah, of course. Because how can you leave an environment that is designed to build you? You're leaving that to go where and to do what? It gets deep, man. It gets deep. Jay Carter said, I'm literal proof at a smaller level. Mark's trader died, smashed mine, but I did it because of the skill I've learned this far. Just the fact that she did that, and mind you, she did that. I didn't tell her to do that. I had said that on another live. I did not tell her to do that, and she didn't ask permission either. She didn't say, Mark, can I do the challenge too? She just did it. And see, this is what I'm talking about as far as, and I apologize for this door. That door sounded crazy, but we're gonna act like we not hearing it. But the process of dealing with yourself is not an easy thing to do. Like, it's not simple. It's not, it doesn't come without work and effort and time. And I mean, just think about it. Just think about yourself for a second. How difficult are you with other people? Like, how hard is it for somebody to persuade you to do something? You give them a hard time, don't you? If you don't want to do something, you're going to give somebody a hard time, right? So if you're going to give somebody else a hard time, you're going to give yourself a hard time too. And it's probably going to be even harder. So you'll give yourself an even harder time. And this is why the repetition, the constant ongoing, is repetitive. Everything we do, what do I do every week in Starbucks? Live. Every week. Why? Consistency. Repetition. Reinforcement. This is how you learn. This is how you build and you grow. Yo, man. Yo. I need to read some of these comments. I see y'all going in right now. Matthew said, not only does the market show you who you are in the present, he about to go in. Not only does the market show you who you are in the present, but it also reveals who you could become. That's why people come back. They have been enlightened about their future self. Yeah, I'm about to leave. Yo, Matthew came with the haymaker. Woo. Lord Jesus. Jamie said, let me say this. If people stick around long enough, the answers to their questions will come. The desire to... What happened? I lost it. What the heck? Hold on. Let me go back. I got to read that. He said, the desire to obtain knowledge is the force to move yourself to take action. Which why many of us are here today. Persistence is equivalent to infinity. I need to ponder on that last statement. He said persistence is equivalent to infinity. Y'all are being ridiculous right now. That is insane. That is insane. Jay Carly said, "Yeah, I stole it, but I smashed 26-0." Yes, she did. Look at what Jay Carly did in the challenge. I went. What? How many trades did I take, Jay Carly? 30. I took 30 in that one, right? I think I took 30. She took 26 trades with no losses. In the same challenge that I did with 30 trades with no losses.
Okay, so no pull that off.
Like you understand what, like you'll see what I'm getting at, right? Jay Carly represents somebody that came into this training with no understanding about the markets, period. She didn't come from Forex, she didn't come from futures, she wasn't trading on another platform. She just came online and got into training and learned shit and is smashing it. But I want you to understand also, you have to look at the documentation of her journey from the beginning, because it took a long, it was a long road. It wasn't just a straight shoot. It was like, it was looking crazy. I can't tell you how many times that she, wanted to throw in the towel and quit and give up, but she never did. Now, listen to what I said. She never did. What did Jamie just say? Persistence is equivalent to infinity. Do you see what happens? So the longer that you persist, you're going to succeed and you're going to accomplish what you set out to, because you're not giving up. You're wondering what's at the end of it. At the end of it is the success that you see glimpses of, because you're seeing little bits and pieces along the way. I'm trying to tie it all together, because what Matthew said earlier, he kind of set that off in my head just now when he was saying that you see your future self. Come on, man. He said they've been enlightened about their future self. That's why they come back. He said people always come back with an extreme focus. They know what will come. I've paid attention to the behavior of the ones that come back. There's a different focus. Woo! Yo. Y'all are crazy, man. This is what happens when crazy people get together. All type of gems and nuggets come out. It's ridiculous. But yeah. And we have another, like there's a whole bunch of people that are on the journey. And I love that, because eventually what happens is the success stories start to unfold. I want you to realize something though. The whole journey is a success story. The success story is not the testimony. The testimony is what happens along the way. Y'all are going to catch this. People give their testimony along the journey. And they give their testimony at a point where they've elevated to a different level than where they were. So just like if you have a goal, you get your goal, now you got something to talk about. Because you can talk about what happened and led up to you getting to that goal. But that's only the first one. That's only a little piece of what's to come. So it's like you gotta appreciate the small wins, and that's something that I like to talk about all the time, because appreciating all of the small wins is what ultimately will lead you to the big win in the macro, where it's so obvious that it's like everybody sees it. You can't not see it. It's impossible for you not to see it. And this is not something that you're trying to do. This is something that you're just doing through your execution, your persistence, your consistency. It's crazy. It is insane. It is insane. That door is mad noisy, right? Yo, I'm so sorry about that door. I didn't know. I would have sat on the other side maybe. Let me go into some of these comments real quick. Nito said, to desire is desiring nothing at all. The end of desire is the end of all suffering. True wealth is not of the pockets, of the heart and the mind. Holly said, why postpone the inevitable? Stay and reach your goals faster. No double-mindedness. Come on, man. Wendell said, I don't see myself as a quitter. TeamAlliance is power. We are a championship team alone. Yo. Come on, man. You better stop playing. Like, people better stop playing. Matthew said, I'm sure everyone has seen art that is done with just dots, which eventually create the most amazing picture. That's crazy. That's like them little, what's the name of them little things? It's like a little puzzle kind of thing on the paper. It's like for little kids. And the dots are numbered, right? Like the dots got numbers on them, like 1, 2, 3, and you're supposed to connect the dots. Is that what it's called? Connect the dots? But yeah, you connect the dots, and then that's how the artwork unfolds. Connecting the dots, man. Steven said, I feel like I couldn't leave TA, not ever. After seeing and knowing what's possible because of TA, no days off until I accomplish my goals of not losing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Insanity. Straight insanity. Jamie said, hi, self. So you want to be successful. Here's the ingredients. 1 part positive mindset, 2 good choices, 3 experiences, and 4 bad choices. Do these and you can't be stopped. Okay, got to go back up. Adam said pointillism. Insanity in here, man. Insanity. Yeah, that door sounds crazy. It sounds mad loud to me. I can't even imagine how it sounds to y'all. J. Carly said, all the emotions I'm feeling right now. Buddha got me happy, tears, and we just a group of trading philosophers. Oh, okay. So Adam said, what is it called? Pointillism? That's the name of the connected dots artwork. Okay, cool. Look at that. Come on, man. We just be knowing stuff. TA is like spiritual Google. Self-enlightened Google. It's crazy, man. Matthew said, at least no one can sneak up on me. I know, right, with that crazy door. You're right about that. Yeah, that's kind of why I sat like this, because I can see the door. I can see everything outside, like, clearly. You ain't gonna run up on me. And I can see your ass behind me, too, in the camera. Jamie said consciousness is expanded. The transition is necessary all the time. And it's so crazy because it's like it forever expands. It doesn't get to a point where it's going to stop. That's why the whole concept of how long am I supposed to train for is not even that's not even a relevant question. You train indefinitely because you got to realize what this actually is. This is life training. These are life lessons that are being revealed to us through the market. That takes it to a whole nother level. You realize what you're dealing with now. When you get to that realization, you actually realize what it is. That's why you're even here in the first place. Like, it's not an accident that you saw a video. It's not an accident that you saw a post. It's not an accident. It was meant for you to see that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The vibes is real. What's up, Ariel? Vibes is real. But yeah, that let me see what Matthew just said. Matthew said it all happens for a reason. This journey was meant for the ones here and the ones to come. Yo. Jay Carly said, you train forever. Jamie said, I concur with that. Adam said, best thing a TA for me is the group. The training, the watching for MRNH is all good, but the personality and closeness of the group is something special. Yes, it is. It definitely is. Jamie said, progress does not stop. Man. Craziness, man. It's so exciting, man. Like that, like it really excites me to see what is actually happening, because sometimes you're not prepared, you know, like mentally to even deal with when you see the success of the people around you. It's one thing for you to be able to do something, like, you know, it ain't me being able to trade personally, that's nothing new. I've been able to trade. Like, you know, once I figured the things out, that's it. I got it. I'm good. But it's like when you actually start to see the blossoming from seeds that you planted. Like everyone that's coming into this environment is a seed receiving seeds. It's like you're a seed, and then the seeds are being planted into you, and then now those seeds are growing inside of you, and you're ultimately one big seed yourself that's growing and blossoming. And it just grows. Like, it really just grows. And it's crazy to be able to see it. And it's like we all seeing it though. That's what's bugging me out. We're all seeing it together. That's that's crazy. That is crazy to me. Matthew said it's rare when you have a collective group of people this large that genuinely want everyone to succeed. If you sit and think about it, it's just insane. That's how he just broke down exactly the emotional aspect of how I feel now. Because, I'm not really an emotional type of person. And what I mean by that is that I typically won't allow my emotions to run. But sometimes you just can't help it. Like, it overwhelms you. Because you're emotional about something that's powerful. And that powerful, or that power, you already on the vibration with it. So it's like being on it and seeing it at the same time, which is impossible. How can you be on something and see it at the same time? You would have to get off of it to look at it, right? You would think that. But no, you own it and you seeing it at the same time. You know why? Because it's breaking off and branching off. Even though every piece that branches off is connected to it, because it's connected to you. It's like a root. It's like a tree with branches. The branches are connected to the tree. If you're the tree, you can see the branches. They out there. They're like this, but they're attached to you too. They're not separate from you. Come on, man. Jamie said, now we're going into esoteric knowledge. You got to listen to the live. Which Facebook live was that, Jay Carter? Was that? No, matter of fact, it wasn't Facebook. It was YouTube. It was a YouTube live from yesterday. Oh, my goodness. You got to watch that, Jamie. You got to watch that. Jay Carter said, that ain't no lie. I've cried happy tears for many. Holly says, we're learning to command our successful financial future. TA is the wormhole to the other side. Yo. Yo, Holly, you just broke it off right there. She said it's the wormhole to the other side. Jesus. That's it. See, J. Carly said it. She said they're all powerful, all the lives. We go in. Yeah, it's not one person here. And like a lot of you that come either on live training, or you might pop in on the live when I do these or whatever. Some of y'all ain't saying nothing yet. Like, y'all just sit back and watch. I'm telling you now, there's going to come a day where all of this is no longer going to be able to be boxed in you, and it's going to just come out. Because energy has to go. You can't box it in. It cannot stay contained for long. You can try to box it in for a while, and you can box it in for a little while. After a while, you're not going to be able to box it in. You'll see people out of nowhere jumping in on this and saying certain things. It's like, first of all, who is this? Second of all, what did he just say? I'm telling you, this is going to happen. Mark my words. I'm telling y'all. Holly, I think Holly been here for a week. You know what she just said? Jamie just joined today. Come on, man. And they already been on the vibe already. Straight insanity. J. Carter said TA breeds philosophers, learning our enlightenment. Jamie said it's not possible. Energy is life. Life always finds a way. Yo, bring that back to when I first really started trading, what were people saying about me? Nah, it's impossible. Nobody can just win all their trades. Weren't people saying that? What happens? Not only do I continue to keep winning trades, but then you get a bunch of other people come in and start winning trades and not losing. Everything that you're saying was impossible. A bunch of people doing that. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what y'all really dealing with yet. And I'm talking about people on the outside looking in. They don't know what they're dealing with yet. Come on, man. Matthew said it's overwhelming because it's bigger than just us. Steven said never a dull moment in TA. Always educational, inspiring, and entertaining. Definitely. Aria said, well, when we gonna host a Team TA event? We might do it this year. Hopefully. Matthew said I can attest to that. Campbell said the wormhole. That's big facts. Steven said, gotta speak on what you're passionate about. Definitely. What else you gonna talk about? It's insanity, man. Steven said the tree will always grow. Crazy. J. Carly said September. Yeah. Is that what we said we were shooting for? Alright. Yeah, she throwing it out there in the universe, so she put it out there. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see how that comes about. Right now, I don't know how, but it'll come. Man, this be crazy, yo. The knowledge here is crazy, man. This be bugging me out, man. I had enough. I'm full already. I'm full and that door's getting on my nerves. Word up. Door's getting on my damn nerves. But I'm actually glad I came on a little early because it's only 7 o'clock. So, you still got your Friday night ahead of you. All I'm gonna do is just watch training videos and then probably watch some Netflix later. So, Jamie said, "Don't worry. When enough energy is gathered, then boom, there it is." Adam said 21, I think. September 21st? Your birthday? Oh, excuse me. Wendy said, I'm ready to book my flight. Y'all ready, huh? I know that's right. Yeah, we gonna put it together. We're gonna put it together. That's it, building up already. Just the fact that we talking about it, that's how it starts. So we're gonna put it together. Matthew said, I've always been a thinker, but TA really opens you up to a different view on everything. You see things in a different light. Julius, what's good, man? Now Julie's wanted to get in. He's like, let me make sure I get in on this vibration. Let me pop in real quick. Oh, September 13th. Okay. He said, I think I'm turning 21. I know. So you got to do that in your head. Like 41 is the new 21. That's crazy. I'm gonna be 41 this year. 41. That's crazy. But I like those people think I'm mad young. Jamie said, we have oodles of it. Get some. All day. All day. Steven said, ready to see New York City. And the perfect reason to. That is a fact. Yeah, it's all good, Julius. It's all good, man. We just here building right now. You know. No, actually, I don't feel 41. I do not. Matthew said 43 and free. I like that. Yep. Yeah, man. It's funny. It seems like the older I get, the younger I feel. But I know the reason for that. It's exactly the reason that we discuss it now. It's the vibes. The fountain of youth, baby. Fountain of youth. Yeah, in May. Taurus. Yep, Taurus all day. The bull. Julie said, can't wait to visit NYC again. Love the culture there and the fast-paced city. Definitely. What I probably like the most about like living here and being like, you know, just being here is the fact that anytime that you want to do something, it don't matter what time it is. Like there's going to be something that you could do. Period. No matter when it is. Like it'll be 4 o'clock in the morning and you want to go somewhere, somewhere's open. Somewhere's open where you can go and enjoy yourself. I appreciate that, definitely. You know, because when you're younger, you be out and you like to hang out and you want to be out all night. You know how you young, you literally hang out all night and then you don't go home until the sun comes up, that type of thing. So I was able to have that experience, you know, as I grew up. It was cool. Aria said she never been here. Well, you gonna make your way here. Oh, you like 20. You like 20. You gonna go a lot of places, girl. That's another thing too about the younger ones. The younger ones coming into this. Lord Jesus. Lord have mercy. I would say if you like under 30 and you find your way to TeamAlliance, like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Your journey is gonna be insane. Because you getting right into the path and right on the vibration and energy that's taking you wherever you want to go. And it's so funny because when you're young too, you don't know what you want to do necessarily yet. So you gotta it's kind of like tasting food. Like you don't know what you like until you actually taste stuff and try stuff out. You gotta taste to know what it is that you actually like and what you enjoy. And being young gives you an opportunity to do that. You know, you're young, you just try stuff, see what you like. Then when you figure out what you like, now you got something to shoot for. So, yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Yep. But I ain't gonna keep y'all, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all. We got it in. It's recorded. We're gonna enjoy the rest of the evening. Back to training. I'll let y'all on Sunday. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Julia said TA has great positive energy and great advice from the team members when you need the help or understand the NADEX platform. You already know, man. You already know. It's like everything is contained in-house. Everything is already here. You don't even got to go nowhere else to find answers. Come on, man. That's hard body right there. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here. I'll see you at training on Sunday. Enjoy Enjoy your Friday. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday.